Hiya, I'm Rhonda.
Hiya, I'm Angie.
And we are Adventures in Nomadness. Today is day 15 in our Scotland trip and our third day on the West Highland Way.
Good morning, it's day 3 of our West Highland Way hike, and we're at the Rowardennan youth hostel. It's the first youth hostel we've ever stayed at, and it was on Rhonda's birthday. It's actually a really cool place. We had our own room, so you can choose to have a lower cost and bunk with a bunch of people, or you can actually have a private room, which we did, and it was fantastic. This is a really cool, we've got some pictures from outside, but a really cool place. Like all hostels, they have a big communal kitchen, and we're using that this morning for our oatmeal. And it was an old hunting lodge, so it's actually a really beautiful building, and it's right on the lake. Honestly, I don't think you can ask for, just like the best but most basic accommodations you can have. This is like totally spot on. So if you're doing the West Highland Way, I can highly recommend the youth hostel. It might make me a convert to youth hostels since I've never stayed at one before, especially when you can have your own room. So it's a really good low-cost way of being right on Loch Lomond, and a great way to start our day. We both slept pretty good last night, and we'll be at it again. So we just left the youth hostel in Rowardennan, and we're heading to a town I cannot pronounce, so I'm not going to try, but we're going to stay the night at the Drover's Inn, which is one of the oldest bars in all of Scotland, so that should be super cool today. But before we get there, we have another tough day, 14 plus miles or so. Yesterday was supposed to be about 15 miles, but our Fitbits, just from extra walking, said 18 to 20, and I was definitely in pain at the end of the day. So today is supposed to be another good hard day. So but we're excited because it's beautiful. It's not raining this morning, and the scenery is, and the people are fantastic.
So here's a quick tip. If you're staying in a hostel, you can buy some things there, but not a whole lot. We ended up buying some oatmeal because we like to get up and on the trail before everybody else does, which is to say that they don't start serving breakfast until 7:30. So we try to make do on our own. So we were basically eating at 6:30 our oatmeal, which we could heat up in the shared kitchen. We've come across a McDonald's drive-through, and there's a minimum height right here, or maximum height. So if you don't fit over or under these, then you can't proceed on the West Highland Way. And I, for one, know that I can fit under those. Of course, I'm just kidding. We're in the haunted woods, are we not?
It's really dark in here, and I don't know if the camera really shows how dark it is. We're in this grove of trees, and it's really dark. Kind of spooky, but kind of cool. FOMO. Everybody has it. Maybe most people anyway. Fear of missing out. So there are two paths you can go on. We chose the upper one today, but there's also the lower one. Now, I had it in my head for months and months ahead of time that we were going to do the lower, harder route. But then we ended up doing the easier, higher route, and here is why. Because there was a lot of rain early in the month that did a lot of damage to different parts of the trail, and then a lot of rain again this past week, just kind of based on the some trip reports of how difficult that lower trail is. It's a lot of stepping up and over and up and down, and of stream crossings and on. And physically probably could have done it, but mentally just wasn't with it today. So I think my best advice is, if you kind of have it in your head of what you're going to do ahead of time, you might need to reevaluate based on how you're feeling that particular day. We had a lot of rain again over just the last couple of days, so I know some of the trail conditions on that lower route are pretty difficult at best.
Well, just know what's going on and make an educated decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yesterday was a really tough day, and we were both just done at the end of the day. And your body doesn't recover from that within 10 hours, basically, from the time you're done. So we're still pretty tired from yesterday. Rana didn't sleep all that great last night. I'm tired, and we felt like on that lower trail, you have to be as mentally with it as you are physically, and I just didn't feel mentally with it this morning. So we walked on the path that you didn't have to think about. That lower path, you have to watch every single step.
This the upper trail is nice and flat. There's, by flat I mean the trail itself. It's a rolling hill, so it's not a walk in the woods, although it is a walk in the woods.
Kind of was a walk in the woods. It was a nice walk in the woods.
Basically a really easy, no stairs, no roots, no big giant rocks to climb over. Not all boggy or anything like that, so we stayed dry, and it's been a pretty easy morning this morning.
Yeah, so far. So it was kind of what we needed this morning. And so I've seen posts on the Facebook group, and people are worried how it is. They don't want to miss out on it, and some people feel like, oh no, that's the only true trail is to do the one down by the lake. But yeah, I disagree. I think both trails are part of the West Highland Way. It doesn't matter. Pick the trail that's right for you, and pick the trail that at the end of the day, you're going to be like, okay, I'm glad I did that upper trail because I'm still functioning at the end of the day. Maybe you're the type that can do the lower trail and you'll still be functioning at the end of the day too.
I wasn't worried about being able to do it, honestly, but I didn't want to risk injury to either one of us. So that's when it comes down to it, starts to look like there's too many injuries being reported. Then,
and there has been lately. There's
really no point to risk limbs when you can easily continue to say that you've done the West Highland Way, just done the upper. So
yeah, lots of people
do
it,
decision.
and it was really cool.
Yeah.
But we'll never know what we missed.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was great.
If we want to come back and do that section, we can do it.
Right, we could. All right. On to the rest of the trail. Now it's one trail. Whoop!
Video update.
Second half. We just left the Inverarnan hotel. They have a great lunch. And they have a walker's entrance, which is really cool. So you go in, take your packs, your jackets, and your boots off, and then you can sit inside in the bar. A lot of people, they've got a big walker area, so you can bring your own lunch and sit in there too. So it's kind of really cool. Very, very West Highland Way walker friendly. And I didn't have much energy this morning after a good lunch of fish and chips and soup that we both split. I'm kind of ready for the rest of the day, so a little bit more revitalized. We had a latte and a half a pint of Guinness and a mocha
and a water. A lot of water.
So we had quite the display of drinks going on our table. So Yeah, I've got annoying blister on my left pinky toe that's kind of gotten a little bit worse. But we have 5 miles to the end of Loch Lomond and about 7 miles until we reach the Drover's Inn for the night. Woo!
Sweetie, I've had a great time so far. Let's make sure we continue to have a great time, okay?
Okay.
So be careful going down that one.
I will. This is definitely part Billy Goat Trail.
Oh yeah.
Ah. Okay. Here we go. Good luck.
So much water and mud. Here's what it looks like. You kind of get to the point where you just don't care anymore about keeping your boots dry, because you'll spend all your time trying to do that. Had a lot of rain. I know I've talked about that a few times. It has made the trail kind of a stream all of its own in a lot of places. So yeah, our boots are wet and stinky every day. When we put them on in the morning, they're still wet and stinky. Nothing I ever wear before or after I wear it stinks. Whatever. Quick end of day update. We just got into Bindglass Farm. It was a tough day, but my feet are actually feeling better. They're not as painful as they were yesterday. Anyway, we're at Bindglass Farm because the bridge right over there was damaged in the flooding that happened a few weeks ago, and so Drovers has to send somebody over about a mile up and a mile back down to come pick us up. And then it sounds like he's been running back and forth most of the afternoon, so we expect him to be here pretty soon, and then we'll spend the night at the Drovers in the haunted jacuzzi room.
We're in the Drovers Bar, established in 1705. It's one of the oldest bars in Scotland. It was one of the coolest places I've ever been. And we have such a fantastic room tonight. Big, huge, massive jacuzzi tub. And we're supposed to have a band playing, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. We'll see. We're going to try and hang out a little bit longer.
Quite 8 o'clock, but
Yeah. Not quite 8 o'clock. It's our bedtime.
yeah.
We have an ensuite.
Yeah.